When you willingly choose to pursue something difficult, you start to build certain qualities within you. Discipline, strength, perseverance, willpower, tenacity. Tools that you would not have had you not pursued these challenges on your own. I've realized something very critical to my own development, and that is people perceive you the same exact way you perceive yourself. You reflect onto others the true image of who you are. When you look in the mirror, who do you see?
One, two, three, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. That count, those numbers, they would become an obsession. They would willingly consume my free time and teach me something I thought I knew how to do, but in reality, had just begun to scratch the surface. My fellow Toastmasters and guests, have you ever challenged yourself? Have you ever attempted something difficult? Have you ever stepped outside your comfort zone? On October 2014, I decided I wanted to do just that. I wanted to learn salsa on 2. Now I know what you're thinking. This is not your typical kitchen salsa that you dance at home with your favorite aunt. No, you see, I was the king of kitchen salsa. I'd go to all the family party gatherings, events, even the weddings, be breaking it down for everybody. I thought I was the man. People coming up to me afterward like, oh my God, you're such a good dancer. I'd be like, oh my God, thank you. But the day I stepped into a Salsa on 2 studio, suddenly I went from king to court jester. Suddenly, I had 2 left feet. My ego went down the drain. And I had to start at the very basic beginning. Level 1. A Hispanic kid, level 1 salsa. My ancestors were disowned me. And I went from the king to having to apologize to women for stepping on their feet. I could feel people looking at me thinking, man, what is this guy doing? It was embarrassing and at many times discouraging. So how did I go from basic beginner to now semi-professional on one of the best teams in New York City? I got to work. I was taking classes 3 to 4 times a week, practicing any chance I got. In front of the bathroom mirror, practicing my shimmy. On the subway platform, practicing my steps. People looking at me like, is this guy dancing or having a seizure? But it didn't matter to me because I became obsessed. And every single turn pattern that I got down, every single step that I nailed, those small accomplishments become like the breadcrumbs guiding you toward the treasure. Like the mile markers signaling you closer to your destination. They're like the stars in the skies guiding you toward the promised land. And every time that you overcome, you start to change. And when you start to change, you gain confidence. And when you gain confidence, you become an entirely different person. I stand before you very different than I was 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I couldn't even speak in front of a classroom, let alone at Toastmasters. I'd get so nervous, I felt like I was choking. I had to gasp for air after every word. Hi, my name is... I stand before you a different dancer than I was a year ago. 1, 2, 3, 5. Woo! Full of confidence and capability that I didn't think was possible. Now, why am I telling you this? Why is this so important? Why should you, on your own, in your free time, after work, willingly seek these obstacles to triumph over? Why should you step outside your comfort zone? Because it can literally save your life. You see, when you willingly seek these things to overcome, you start to build qualities within you. Things that you would not have had you not attempted these obstacles. Discipline, strength, perseverance, willpower, tenacity. And when do these tools matter most? On that random Tuesday afternoon, when you get an unexpected phone call and suddenly life hits you with the obstacles that you don't get to choose. On any given day, you could lose your job, your house, your apartment, or even worse, a close family member or friend. And just for a second, you might start to doubt yourself. You might start to think, how am I going to get through this? And at that point, the ordinary person begins to crumble. Because they've never challenged themselves. They don't have what it takes. They've never built any of these qualities, so they think about quitting. But not you. You've been doing this with your free time. You've been preparing for this your whole life. And now all you have to do is dig deep down inside and say to yourself, I already have what it takes, the perseverance and willpower to overcome. Because you're no ordinary person. And there's nothing ordinary about anyone in this room. Because if you're here right now, if you're a Toastmaster, then you already have that desire, that ambition for self-improvement. So I say run with that. Run with it and take it into every aspect of your life and empower everyone around you. And through my own journey of trying to do this for myself, as I walk down the streets of New York City, or even the hallways of this building, people look at me, I look at them. Might even see a pretty lady. I've realized something very critical to my own development. And that is, people perceive you the same exact way you perceive yourself. I could put on fancy clothes or a fancy suit, but if I can't stand the reflection of myself in the mirror, then neither will anyone else. People smell fear. They see low self-esteem. They sense poor preparation. So when you feel weak, you exude that weakness. But when you feel strong, you exude strength, mental and physical. And that strength carries itself into every decision that you make, every aspect of your life, and it elevates you. People perceive you the same exact way you perceive yourself. You reflect onto others the true image of who you are. So I ask you, my fellow Toastmasters, when you look in the mirror, who do you see?